heading down High Street, past the local supermarket and the school, through the 40 zone. We'll head out to the highway, we'll cross the highway, and then we're going to head down Bow Hill Road towards Brian Fisher's land, and that's the area where most of our organic matter, or all of our organic matter, is dispersed. We send our liquid there as fertiliser for the farmland, and the draft we have on board now, this will be feed for the cattle or sheep. Today is going to be sheep. We can see ahead of us here, the sheep are all waiting for the draft.
The benefit the sheep are going to get out of it on the season we've been having, being so dry and not a lot of moisture in that about, I think that it's going to, from the farmer's point of view, to see that I think we're really going to see the benefits of a product the washers are doing. And I guess you're calling it a byproduct, but from where I'm standing, it's probably the best product, and it's going really well.
It's just great to be able to recycle everything at the distillery. We're having no waste out there. The pure water that we're using and the finest Tasmanian grain, it's all coming here as fertiliser and feed.
This is the land here, our land where we just fed the sheep. We just drive around now and we'll just go and check the sheep. There's no fly blown or anything like that, and they're all healthy. But with the product they're on at the moment, they seem very, very healthy. Brian Fish, property owner. Been here at Oatlands all our life, and we've seen changes come and go, but this is probably one of the bigger changes that we've seen to Oatlands. And as I said, living here all my life, I think it is such a wonderful thing from the town to have a world-class vision here that Lynn and my wife, we can be part of it, and we've seen it grow. And to what we're doing here on the property, the sheep behind us, you've only got to look at the standard of the sheep, and we're talking about a byproduct. A lot of byproducts are sort of virtually useless, but to see the state of the sheep, the condition the sheep are in, how they follow the trucks, and Luke's got them to the stage where they know when he leaves the distillery. The grass we're standing here at the moment was what, a foot high, Luke, here a few months ago. The sheep have eaten down to where it is again now, and the results we're hoping to see now when we get decent rains as to the nutrients that's in that liquid, as to what difference they make to the grass. We've seen it to a certain standard, but the amount we're putting on, we are not getting the full benefit straight up. But the benefit will be there, but I think the benefit is again to using something that was probably a product that was hard to get rid of, to being made from our point of view, being very essential to our farming enterprise. And we are so lucky, as I said, to have it here and to follow the results right through. The results we've seen at the moment are very, very encouraging, and a wonderful bunch of people to deal with. I'm not going to tell any other farmers about it. It's such a good product that
I can definitely say there's been occasions where I've been spreading liquid here with the tanker in the paddock, and another farmer will see what's going on. He'll come down the road and pull over. Once I've finished and I'm on my way out, he'll wave me over and he'll ask what's in the truck, what I'm doing, and then he asks me if I can take some of that to his place. So unfortunately it's not that simple. It's definitely really fulfilling to look around the different parcels of land here, and when it's the right sort of time in the season, I remember we were talking a while back, we were looking over towards that bank and I'm like, look at that nice green patch over there. I hope that was me. I think that was me. And considering that I'd been there spreading liquid, you know, not too long before that moment, I'm pretty sure it was, and that's just something to feel good about. We put a lot of effort into treating the organic liquid to ensure a neutral pH, so that way the nutrients can sort of get into the ground and work their magic with all the nitrogen and phosphates and trace elements. It's just really good to see them having effect.
I quite agree with that. I think, Luke, the other thing from our point of view is that the sustainability of what we're doing here is, we've been going long enough now to prove that we are gaining, the product's working, we're causing no problems anywhere else and we're causing no problems here, so the sustainability is what's the real interesting part of it from my point of view.
Yeah, I mean it could be like called waste management, but in the sense there is no waste. Everything that we're producing at the distillery is all being treated and returned to the land as feed and fertiliser, and that's just something to be really proud of, something I'm quite happy about.
Oh, absolutely, and as you said, the waste management side, you could call it waste, and we could make it into waste by dumping it and putting in landfill and those sort of things, but the way we're doing it now, it's not really waste, it's a product that's a byproduct more than waste, and I think that's something you've aimed at, well, probably ever since you've been going around here. The product you've aimed at is making use of the lot right through, so converting waste into a product that can be used is just, yeah, great. Here, come here. You lazy? Here. Oh, you're here. You find me. Good girl. The advantage of a good dog. Yeah, the distillery has been a wonderful, wonderful thing from the town, right from the time that it was first conceived and they decided to be built here. From the first time the machine would have moved any soil, the talk of the town was, oh, it's moving in, it won't last. It's going to be too big for the town, but how it has fitted in with the town has been absolutely magic, because the employment from, as I said, when that first brick was laid way back, the employment's just been great. I know all employers are having trouble getting labour, but that's another story. But it's been a growing thing with the town sort of, and I'm sure the town has grown with it, as you would have seen, that it's been a growing thing that's come through. We've all learned from it, and to go around, and I think from Lynn and I's point of view, that we've been able to have lived here all our life. We know the town we do a lot for the town in other ways, but to be involved in to seeing it start from ground level and being involved sort of certain ways right through has been a wonderful thing. And to, as I said, to talk to people on the town, you've still got your knockers and you have that in everything you do, but we're changing those people, their ideas are changing as to what we're going to do and where we're going. It's really getting back onto what it's done for the town. That we spend a lot of time on the road. We've got another project with we go around all the ag shows and things like that. And the conversation now, you're talking Oatlands, you don't say very long at all before it comes up, oh, that's where the distillery is, the new distillery. And then we go through what it is. But it has been a wonderful thing for the town. There's no doubt about that. We'll start out for Australia, you come back to Tassie, and what a wonderful thing it has been for that. The recognition, it doesn't matter how much advertising you spend and what money you spend on advertising, wherever you advertise, you're not going to get the recognition we're going to get out of this, because there's got to be a lot of whisky drinkers around the world they're going to be talking about it. Oh, it's that little town in Tasmania, and it's got to, no mistake, to increase the awareness of Tasmania and also the awareness of Oatlands. The potential is so great, and I just hope that we can make the most of it. All our lives, and we've seen these changes, and this would have been the biggest thing in my lifetime, except when they bypassed the highway. They took it around the town was going to wither up and die, and I think, I'll get into trouble for saying this, but I think it was the best thing that ever happened when the main road went round the town. And of course now the next biggest thing would be this distillery now, and to be getting these awards carrying it right through, and as I said, the recognition that we're going to get out of this is just going to be unbelievable. As earlier was saying about the waste from the mill, and I know a lot of people was wondering what was going to happen with that, and I don't call it waste, it's a byproduct and a very, very valuable byproduct, and again we're very, very fortunate that we were able to have the ground here and be involved with it through and to able to get that product. The grain, I call it grain, I think it's drift, whatever, I always have that trouble. The grain side of it is absolutely magnificent. I think the sheep have wandered off now, but they've turned up and they have their feed, and it is not just eating it for eating its sake, the nutrients they're getting out of that, the sheep are in wonderful condition, and again it's not, the environment's probably only gaining through it, that there's no problems with the grain on the ground, the sheep are eating it, and it's just a wonderful product.